Here we are in the Mile High City. This is where we're going to start our rail journey. We're going out to Moab on the Rocky Mountaineer. We flew in from Philadelphia last night. We're going to spend the day touring the city. Around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll get aboard the train and we'll spend an entire day traveling west towards Moab. We'll overnight in Glenwood Springs, get up, continue on, and reach Moab the next day. Getting ready to board.
There are two levels of service on this route, the SilverLeaf service and SilverLeaf Plus. The service levels are very similar. The seats are essentially the same in the main cars. You have very comfortable seats and you have panoramic windows where you can watch the scenery go by from the comfort of your seat. I enjoyed having access to the club cars. They were fun to visit. You could play games, you could visit the bar rather than waiting for someone to bring you a drink at your seat. It was fun. The only downside was that you couldn't hear the commentary in the main car, and the windows are definitely not as nice as they are in the main car. Just like they promised, our luggage was waiting for us in our room. Before we even left the train, we were handed our room case, so there was no need to stop at the front desk. We had a really cute room in a boutique hotel in Glenwood Springs. We took a minute to kind of freshen up and get our bathing suits on because we were heading over to enjoy some of the hot springs in the area. And after we spent a couple hours at the hot springs, we got a quick bite to eat close to our hotel and called it a night because we had an early morning the next morning.
So we're heading out of our hotel room. We had a nice room overlooking the train station and the Colorado River and the mountains. It was beautiful. And when you're on Rocky Mountaineer, you leave your luggage in the room. So there it is. We're gonna leave without it. It feels a little weird, but that's what they instructed us to do. And it looks like people are heading out, getting ready to board the train. So it's time for us to go.
As we head out for the deserts, we'll have this.
The food was definitely a highlight of the trip. Rocky Mountaineer gives you a nice menu so you can follow along and plan ahead for what you're going to be sampling over the next couple of days. They do try to source a lot of the food locally. We had a cinnamon bun that was from an award-winning bakery in Glenwood Springs, so that was really delicious to try. And my husband and I typically will pick different things so we can sample more of what was on the menu. But it definitely was a highlight of the trip, and you will not go away hungry. Traveling the Rocky Mountaineer was definitely a bucket list item for me for a few reasons. I wanted to experience firsthand the quality of their service. I wanted to explore regions of the country that are otherwise difficult or inaccessible by other means of travel. And finally, I wanted to enjoy the slower pace of train travel. Rocky Mountaineer delivered on each count.